Yeah, Weege Show special edition. I get to wear the Yankees hat at least one time in one of these shows. I try not to be a hat on camera guy, but we're in the shadows in New York City, and we're gonna celebrate the way we're supposed to do it. As a Jersey guy as I am, we've got Jersey pizza. They're claiming that they cut it into 16 pieces instead of 8, but I consider that pre-folded. So give me a second here. This is a great video right now. This is what you want to watch. And also, it was so worth coming to this race just for this. Press conference going on right now. We'll be back with the Weege Show, brought to you by our friends at Racetech. Racetech Gold Valves. A lot of privateers use them. Be right back. And we're back. Slices of pizza done. Out of water and back over in the pits. It's just a beautiful day. It's a little windy right now, but just a beautiful day. Borderline hot. As was this machine right here. That was just an old-fashioned butt whooping there. Shout out to you, Jason Thomas, saying that the 2 sets of whoops were going to favor Chase Sexton, and boy, did they. I've said it multiple times on the Weege Show this year, brought to you by Racetech, that we've been lucky that pretty much every race has been exciting and compelling, even with the loss of Jet and Hunter Lawrence and Eli Tomac, and now Jason Anderson is out. Down the list we go. Well, they can't all be great. They can't. And sometimes someone just dominates. It's all you, Jade. It's incredible.
I like to think that way.
Yeah, okay. that was a straight up butt whipping. We were excited for a close one, and it didn't happen this time, but you know, this is the way it goes. Like, you have games that are blowouts in regular sports too. The wind is here as soon as I get out from under that tent. Hopefully this sounds okay. Sometimes the dominance, the statement ride, is part of the storyline, even if it's not a compelling chapter. It really says something right now that Sexton is rolling, and to make it a little bit scarier, if you're Cooper Webb or a Cooper Webb fan, we knew there was a chance this was going to happen, because there is some odd pattern of Chase Sexton, which we've mentioned before, to start the year strong, get some wins early, even at the point lead early in the year, then have a whole bunch of mistakes midway through the year. And then everyone's dumping on him, myself included. What's the problem? Is he ever gonna figure it out? And then at the end of the year, he goes on a roll. Now, the asterisk to that was, you could say, when the championship pressure was off, when the championship appeared out of reach, that's when he started going strong. So the question was, hey guys.
What's up, how are you doing?
Thank you. It's great. And I love the accent when I come here. I had to work hard to get rid of that. I used to talk that way. I got to old home movies. I'll have to digitize someday. You'll be shocked. The question for me was, yeah, he was winning down the stretch in 2023, but at that point, Tomac was pretty far out on points. He started to win races late last year, but at that point, Jet Lawrence was pretty far out on points. Could he do it when these wins will essentially make or break his title case? 2 weeks in a row, he's done it. So that's impressive. And Cooper Webb, honest as always, said, got to put my money where my mouth is, and I didn't do it. He said last week he was going to kick his butt, or a different word, and he didn't do it this time. So they're debriefing right now. They're trying to figure it out. Again, not the most compelling story, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to have that. We have a totally different look to this championship than certainly leaving Seattle or even Foxboro. But here's a little inside news for you on that one. Yes, Cooper Webb absolutely sent it on the last lap or two at Foxboro, and it was unbelievable. But I did hear through some inside sources that Sexton on the last lap of Foxboro, I think his front wheel was so full of mud it wasn't rolling, and that's why he was going so slow. So that wasn't he choked, he blew it, he threw that away in the last lap. He just had some bike problems in the mud. And since then, he's been pretty darn good. Let's see who else we can find around here. Media guy. Media guy.
How'd the pit report go today?
Honestly, I'm
he's
glad
got
you
the
brought
Yankees hat on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a native, so
yeah,
I gotta
okay,
do it. Yeah. I have to say, it was awesome. I think we broke some ground. I'm gonna straight up give myself credit right here.
Okay, let's hear it.
So this is what we did. We Seth Hammaker told me he grabs fifth on the starter whoop.
Yes.
He shifts into fifth gear.
Yeah.
So I took a bike in his boot and showed how difficult that is to do.
Yeah.
He's got to get his toes back.
Yep.
So we did that. We showed valves inside forks.
Wow.
And how much stiffer Supercross suspension is than a bike you would buy. Yeah.
Wow.
And
just groundbreaking.
wait, what? Have you ever seen this on a TV show before?
I have not.
No. And then I went to Sexton's bike, and I said, when you raise the forks, which is a huge change, right?
Yes.
Sliding forks up is big.
Big, especially for us. Maybe not for the local yokel, but for us,
for
it's
you.
like.
So I'm like, the marks on here are what, 2 mil? Or like 2.5. But
Yeah.
he only changes it in 1 millimeter increments.
Yes.
Because he feels 1 millimeter.
Oh yeah.
Which I know you guys do, but we've never shown that or illustrated it on TV before.
Yes.
So that was the goal today. And
Wow.
I hopefully it's a start. Maybe we'll do more. Hopefully it's a start.
What an
Yeah.
execution.
Well, that was the hard part. Well, you know,
Yeah.
you can plan it in your head.
So do I have to go? I have to go watch Peacock now.
I think so. I have to also, because I don't know what it looked like. I just know
So
what it was like to live
so
it.
if you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give a broader range. So if you
Thank
give
you.
1 out of 100, what would you give your performance today?
Well, having not watched it yet, I'm gonna say it was like a 90, but I might watch it back and say it was a 60.
Well,
Sometimes look, you're your own worst critic, I'm sure.
bad,
Yeah.
bad.
Do you even want to watch your stuff back?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because all I hear is repetitive words, missteps.
yes, and I might have that when I look back at it. It seemed
And
good at the
somebody
time.
might not even see that, but you'll see it.
Oh, because you know what you were dealing
Exactly.
with at the time. So right now I think I nailed it, but I might watch it back and be like,
I'll shoot you a text.
you're gonna look back.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
look at it,
Yes.
and then I'll give you the 1 out of 100 review.
Oh boy. And also, this is the only race I was scheduled to do this, but if we do it again, I might need ideas because I used the only 3 I have. So
Just hit me up.
You track talkers, everybody. Adam Antigap, help me. Yes. Well, until I watch it back. Yeah, anyway, because this was an NBC show, well, actually, I just begged Feld, can you get me to the New Jersey race? I don't want to miss it. They're like, we'll get you there and we'll use it for something. The reporter in the paddock I've done a few times, actually the SMX finale 2023 at the LA Coliseum, that was obviously a big race, so we had the whole crew. And you get so spoiled in the TV business. Here I am walking with my own GoPro doing a show, one-man band. I'll edit the show myself as well. When they add me as a 3rd reporter alongside JT and Will, that is me, that is a cameraman and a camera, that is 2 utilities to carry our stuff, tripods and lights, and a additional person to carry what they call in the business a jerk cam, which is a TV on a tripod that we can watch so we can see the show wherever we're roaming. It's a 5-person operation for me solo to do reporting. So when they drop me in there, they're spending a lot of money to do that. And I want to make it sure I got the A. Got to celebrate when we're in the home. Yeah. And that's in their stadium. That's in the Yankees building. Because Tampa's got destroyed in a hurricane. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it if you watched. I was trying to break some ground and do the things that I know about, but I know it's never been seen on TV, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Also, I stalked this truck all day because I did a lot of the reports with this team. Is it right here? That's it right there. Yep. Marshall Plum, what's up? Now, cool story about this trophy. I interviewed Seth Hammaker, too windy again. Interviewed Seth Hammaker and said, what are you doing tomorrow? And he's like, I'm actually going home. Originally from PA. We talked about the Philadelphia race being his home race, but it's not that much further from here. So he's going home, gonna have Easter with the family, and he's got the 1st place trophy to do it. Let's talk about the journey of Seth Hammaker to get to the point, whether he wins this title or not. Today, right now, we're gonna say he's the best Supercross rider, at least in the East Division. You know, Hampshire or Vial or someone might beat him next weekend, but today, he is the best rider. For Seth Hammaker to be at that level is no joke. I've always loved the story of Seth. From what I knew him back at Loretta's, he was not a training facility kid. He wasn't even a riding during the wintertime kid. He lived in Pennsylvania. He didn't ride in the winter, which is a throwback. He told me that he's so cheap, he is flying back tomorrow, has to leave dinner early. How you doing, good? Crushing it?
Yes.
Crushing it.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. I'm like, are you flying back after the Easter dinner Monday or Sunday? And he's like, Sunday night. I got to cut the trip short because the flights are cheaper on Easter than they are on Monday, trying to save money. I hit up Seth after the Birmingham race, And I said, hey, can we do an interview? And he's like, no, I'm driving back from the race. And I'm like, you drove? Why are you driving back? His mechanic was driving and he figured it was cheaper to just hop in with him. So I respect the humbleness and I respect the hustle of Seth Hammaker. That guy is core, man. And the fact that he's gotten this good, this quick, with huge thanks to Michael Byrne and the Lawrences for bringing him into the compound. The story I showed of they've taught him the upshift as he hits the starter whoop. Today getting 5th, because there was a big run into the whoops, a much longer run than usual. The truck I wanted to go to is long gone. I actually heard on the inside that it was Jet Lawrence that actually taught some of that. You got to shift when you hit the starter whoop. That's the next level thing. And when I told Ian Harrison, or asked Ian Harrison, is Vial hitting 5th in the whoops? And he's like, 5th? No, 4th. And I said, Hammaker says he's upshifting to 5th on the starter whoop. And Ian's like, we ain't ready for that. So high risk, high reward paying off for Hammaker. Will he win the title? I don't know. But it's a heck of a story that he's just even in it. I still say that when you're dealing with RJ Hampshire in this type of situation, he's going to be dangerous. Because RJ, I think, is A, willing to do whatever it takes, we know that, but I think he saw last year, he proved to himself that when the pressure is on, he can deliver. And that's the part of the road we haven't crossed yet with that division. If it goes down to the finale, and it's, you know, whoever finishes best wins type scenario, I don't know, Hampshire's got some experience there, and we just know how tough and gnarly he is. I think that's it. I don't know if anyone else is here. I'm gonna go visit Mathis and Lewis over here, see if there's any more interviews happening. Thanks to Race Tech for backing the show. Thanks for the TV show for letting me come on board and pull the curtain back and show people, the uninitiated fan, things they might have never known. I was told that Jorge Prado on the broadcast, when I showed parts of suspension, he said even he didn't know that. So sometimes we're trying to grab that new audience when we're on NBC. Sometimes we're just educating a 4-time world champ. That's all. You hear about Prado? I did a report on TV that was so mind-blowing that Prado was in the booth and he said, I didn't even know that.
About what?
I showed internal parts of a fork. He was not aware.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Mechanic.
This is what I did. Yes, exactly. What has Steve ever done?
No, this is top journalism.
Yes.
I also wouldn't know about that or know how to do that report.
Well, my buddy Johnny from Art of War had to hand me the stuff and show me the stuff and explain the stuff.
It was
and
suspension
it was the first
for dummies.
Oh yeah, and I'd never seen this and I didn't know what they did.
Oh, okay.
But
I feel better.
Yeah. But on TV, I appeared to be an expert.
So you're now a Prado guy. Or Prado is now a Weege guy.
No, Prado's a Weege guy, I think.
Yes.
Maybe hopefully it goes well for him this year outdoors. But if it doesn't, he can turn to me maybe for some tips on what he could work on testing wise.
Well, new bike, new series. I have a feeling he may want some advice at some point.
He knows. He's like, what about that guy that was in the pits? Can I talk to him?
That would be very MXGP of him.
I saw you broing down with Prado.
Oh.
You were.
Yes.
You're talking to him.
Yeah.
So, yes, he did the parade here. He did tons of media, tons of press. When you were broing down, like real talk, where's he at?
2 days on the bike.
Okay.
I think that, or I know that he thought the shoulder would feel better than it does.
Oh, no.
But he's not concerned because there's time.
There's time. Okay.
I think he's aware of the challenges. Like I was talking him through travel, heat, practice. I was saying like, travel kicks my ass, still does now. So I think he's aware, but also I think he is confident.
Okay, we like that.
And it wasn't so quiet either. It was just confident. It wasn't quiet confidence.
Some words were said.
It's
confidence-wise.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but I temper all fans. Just know that the Euros in general, and specifically Spanish and Italians, if you watch MotoGP, they don't mean to come across. That's just how they act.
Yeah, Euros is like Dutch people, I think even English people. Yeah. Sound more blunt, more direct.
It's not meant to be cocky.
Yeah, I get told I'm cocky all the time, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah. What is the backpack?
Is he talking to someone?
What is the backpack?
It sounds like he's shouting to someone.
What is the backpack?
He's not okay.
He's not okay?
Look at him.
What is the backpack?
Oh, the backpack.
What is the backpack? Is that your look?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen,
Do you,
man.
what are you, Glover in 88 or?
2025. You can be who you want to be. You know, it's fine.
Okay.
Identify with a pink backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
I thought it was JT Racing, Glover, pink gear.
No, listen, wife, New York City, brought the wife.
Yes.
She took off before the main events.
Yep.
To go to a Broadway show.
Okay.
And then I did my usual excellence in post-race.
Got everybody?
Much better than Lewis.
Okay.
And then, so I have her bags, because she's at the Broadway show that I'm paying for. And then I'm going to go to the hotel.
Which is here or there?
It's Newark, yeah.
So you're not going to the city at all?
No.
She's coming back on her own?
She's going to come back on her own, yeah.
We'll see about that.
That's also going to cost me, Weege, I don't want you to freak out, almost $500 in Ubers.
Going
The
across?
last 3 days. Yeah.
I drove to the PATH train in Jersey City.
Yep.
$3 in, $3 out. $6 total investment to go in and out of the city. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's
the difference between me and you.
Yeah. No, that required driving a rental car to a train station, which is, no one would do this, but I did do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Okay.
And you got her.
great
And you got her backpack.
I got her backpack.
You have her backpack.
Yep. I got her backpack. So if anybody needs anything.
All right. Looking forward to post-race pulpcasts, everybody. Which, well, yeah, I'm glad you did because I didn't talk to anyone. This has been either the best Weege show ever because I ate pizza and had a Yankees hat, or the worst because I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. Unless you're Jorge Prado, maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for Race Tech for backing our shows.